Hello indie game fans, a bit of a lull in new indie games this week, so take the time to play what you have, but if you're looking for something new, here's my selection of the top 10 best indie games out this week. We start off with the remake of a game from 2012, initially launched on the 3DS, but Code of Princess EX finally comes to Steam after launching on Switch 2 years ago. This is a hack and slash brawler with perhaps a very revealing and impractical costume for the main character, but a slick and fun action brawler. I'm very interested in URUZ, Return of the Kishi, which I'm hoping I'm not butchering, since this is a pixel art action platformer based on Central Asian Turkish mythology, which looks unique and certainly not something that you see every day. Play as a prince who has to hunt down an evil bandit king who unleashed a dark power and monsters upon the land. It looks pretty alright visually, with some good looking action, and I hope some great music as well, and is one of the highlights of the week.
You want to see a city's deepest, darkest secrets? Open up a detective agency and wait for them to walk through the door. I've met many unusual characters as a cop, but when I turned PI, it was a whole different ballgame. I won't lie though. They pay well. There's a shadow, bespectacled, cigarette between lips that smile to hide his true intentions.
Please, call me Rupert. I work for a special group of people with a wide range of interests.
There's a woman, an enigma, elegant, graceful, and if my knowledge of the nuances of human nature serves me right, this one's always 2 steps ahead of you.
You can call me Tiger Lily, and you can rest assured that anything important that happens in this city, I'll know about it first.
And there's the young politician, a fire burning behind those eyes, and a naivety so contagious, he can make anyone believe there's still hope for the world.
Believe it or not, there's corruption in every corner of the government. And I, Kiran Iyer, I'm the last stand.
3 clients. 3 diverging paths that lead to the same moment. I can feel it in my bones. Singapore is on the cusp of something big, and one of them is gonna help me unravel it.
I'm pretty hyped about Chinatown Detective Agency, since this is set in my home country of Singapore, but in the future, with Day 1 being the equivalent of the prologue demo. This is a gorgeous pixel art adventure game that looks absolutely stunning, and if you know anything about me, of course I'm there for the pixel art. The full release is still a ways off, but this will have to do for now. Puzzle platformers still have their place, and Projection First Light is just that, one that uses shadow puppets and light to great effect. It traces the evolution of this art form from Indonesia, China, Turkey, Greece, and 19th century England, and simply looks spot on in terms of art direction. I've mentioned the unexpected popularity of first-person sims like Train Station Renovation, and judging on the early access reviews, this should appeal to that house flipper crowd. Take over an old decrepit train station and renovate and restore it to its former glory. I find that these types of games are great for putting on a podcast and just going to town, since while the actions that you do are a little ordinary, like picking up and disposing of trash, it is oddly meditative and relaxing to some extent, with this looking to be the latest and greatest.
Hey, wake up! Lousy servant, slacking off again. Look at my creation. It's done. First part of my plan is finished. Portal is active and stable. Soon, the whole universe will serve me when I trap the soul of Dominion. Nobody is going to stop me. I'll be remembered as Lord Imperator Generator.
Dunrog is a first-person roguelite dungeon crawler where you're on a quest to literally find your soul. This has procedurally generated dungeons which extend to caves, labyrinths and more, with over 100 different types of enemies, multiple weapons, loot and so on. I'm not the biggest fan of the art style, but if you enjoyed games like Baroni and are looking for more, this should be of interest. A very interesting curiosity this week is KUUKIYOMI 2 Consider It More New Era, which again, I hope I'm not pronouncing wrongly. This is an adventure game of sorts that puts you in very Japanese situations where you need to think about how you would act to be considerate or don't. It's an interesting insight into the very polite Japanese culture and looks like a strange and quirky title. When a game self-describes as an arena shooter in impossible geometry, featuring fractal worlds, infinitely repeating space and fully destructible maps, of course Spaceflux will get my attention. Much like the upcoming puzzle game Maquette, this looks trippy as well, and I'm interested to see how it works, especially in the context of a fast-paced multiplayer shooter. Always down to check out weird indie games with cool ideas, and this looks like another one of those. A no-brainer pick, the Switch port of Alwa's Legacy will be one to get if that's your favourite platform, since this puzzle Metroidvania is not to be missed. I love the 16-bit look of this, having made my best looking pixel art games of the year list so far, and it wows with the mechanics and non-linearity as well. I love exploration more than anything in games, so this is an excellent example of that. PC players rejoice since Spelunky 2 launches on Steam, so sit back and enjoy this narrated trailer.
Dear Anna, if you're reading this, Mom and Dad are somewhere down below. We might even be stuck. Did you see the giant Olmec up on the surface? We've been in the moon for what feels like many months already, but it's hard to tell. Just like before, time and death work differently down here. It feels like we've slipped into another crack in the universe. But also, it's bigger. So much bigger. I'm so sorry we didn't bring you here with us. We were worried it'd be dangerous. And also, we wanted you to finish school. But don't worry too much. We're having fun. There's no need to rush. Remember, it's easier to get hurt if you're not careful. Stay close to Monty and look out for each other. You're strong, Anna, and a natural explorer. I know you'll make lots of new friends along the way. Just remember what we taught you, and you'll be fine. This journal is yours now. Make the most of it. And we'll see you soon. Happy spelunkying!
To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos, and I will see you after the jump.